G'day guys.
G'day guys, this is the intro.
We're at the factory again. Today's a pretty exciting day. Something massive is happening, like one of the most important
Parts of the whole build process, structural integrity. We're actually gluing the entire boat together.
We're going to be gluing the ammers, which are the big float things on the side, to the centre hull. It sounds pretty weird to be gluing a boat together, right? Glue or epoxy resin has been used to make large sailboats since, forever. Big shout out to my bro, Dr. Sylvian Greenlee, for the invention and patent of resin deriving from bisphenol A and epichlorohydrin. Bit of a fun fact, on the first boat ever built at this factory, for a strength test, they bolted down the centre hull and got 2 mobile cranes to pull up on diagonally opposing ammers. The boat twisted slightly, as it was supposed to, until at 9 tonne of load, one of the straps snapped and the crane jumped into the air and busted a hole in the roof of the factory.
Hope that's not too loud. There's going to be a lot of that in this series, in the boat build series. Let us know if you've been able to hear us.
2 kilogram anchor and it's made out of cardboard.
Gluing our boat together is just the start. Join us in this episode as we run around like headless chooks. Can I have you?
I hope so.
This is phase 2, fitting out our trimaran.
So this is the beam. It's going to come all the way in here. See that one? Really. I really love being here for this part of the build process and seeing how far that beam penetrates into the hull, because that's really reassuring for me, especially considering the things that I want to do on this boat. One of which is have my family on board safely, and the other is take it to the Southern Ocean. Okay, so what's happening? We're gluing the things together.
For starters, all of our copperware arrived and we're so excited about it. It's so sexy. I cannot wait to see it in place. We're waiting for the kitchen sink, the galley sink. But
Very
anyway,
good, very good. Tell me about the gluing of the boat.
Yeah, so the process of getting the beams to glue to the centre hull, we've just had to sand it back and scuff it up, which makes for good bonding. And then we stick the beams inside the hull, which the workers have previously drilled breather holes into. So when it goes in, it actually goes in. Yeah,
so it's machined.
So the air can come out.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
It's tight. And then once it's in, we're going to glue it and we're going to strap it down overnight to make sure that it sets in the right spot, and it should be dry by tomorrow.
Didn't quite come together flush, and one of the guys just lowered this post here, which just dropped the arm enough that it just shot into place beautifully. Now they're both flush, glued together, and it's looking schmicko, and I couldn't be happier. It's amazing.
Don't worry, I've told Riley to watch his language. I think being in the factory is taking him right back to his days working on the oil rig with the boys. Anyway, although we'd been anticipating this particular job for days now and it took some time to prepare, the actual process of gluing the beams in took about 9 minutes, not a minute longer. We ended the day with a rather special event.
So today lunch is being provided by Riley and Alaia's appreciation for the work put into their boat.
And on the subject of language again, the language barrier was super real here. But we knew that food is something that never fails to bring people together. Ourselves and around 100 staff members at the Rapido factory sat down to eat roasted duck. Hosting this lunch was one of the ideas we had to help us bond with the talented people building our vessel.
Where's Lenny?
For some people, watching other people drinking milk out of the carton rather than a glass is like some sort of phobia. Is that you? Please let us know in the comments below.
Hey guys, just a bit of housekeeping. If you're thinking of booking a memorable holiday or you've been meaning to learn to sail and get professionally certified, just a reminder that Vagabond Adventures is currently sailing in the Bahamas and just waiting to have you on board. Riley's cousin Jack can cater to any kind of trip you're looking for as a family or an individual. Just email him at info@vagabondadventures.com or visit the website in the description box below.
It's probably been a while since we even spoke about the kids and how they've been together, but for the last 3 or 4 months it's been amazing. Lenny has really been like helping with Darwin, haven't you, Lenny? You've been helping him with his food, like just being a really good big brother, haven't you? And Darwin has just grown so much. He's definitely at a new phase in his toddlerhood. Just as crazy, but is saying so many words and just wanting to join in on everything, copying Lenny so much. Just does everything Lenny does, like down to a T, doesn't he? They're really good together, they play together. It's so nice. Like this age has been, this is my, don't jump from there. This age has been my favourite, yeah.
Who's making the squealing noise?
Lenny. So I'd say our life since we got to Vietnam has been very normal. It consists of waking up, coffee, gym, a little bit of laptop work. We either go into the factory or do something fun with the kids. We're trying to see as much of Ho Chi Minh City as we can, but obviously we're here to do boat work, so that comes first. And we're still making videos in the meantime. It's kind of chaotic. Some days are busier than others. I also have this calendar up here. This is our massive calendar that we can look at every time we're in the living area, which really helps me. I'm looking forward to wrapping up our time here because there's going to be a moment where there's like not much else we can do on the boat and we're going to head back to Bali, and I'm looking forward to that because the days are spent, like we spend way more time outside, and Lenny's looking forward to going back to his school. There's lots to do here in the meantime.
There was lots to do back at the factory, but we were due for some mindless fun.
We're at the main markets right now and it's so beautiful. I'm definitely going to come here to grab a few little things before we leave port on the trimaran.
Starting to get a little hangry. I'm always a little suspicious of these tiny little stores.
Breadfruit absolutely stinks. Like anytime I come near breadfruit, it smells bad, but it tastes delicious. But man,
I have sensory overload at the moment.
Really?
I can scarcely answer a question. Can I help you? I hope so. I need help.
Riley's finding it really difficult right now. This is not his jam, hey? Riley's like stressed. This is our friend Meg, by the way, everyone. Hi, I'll come back. I'm just looking. Yeah, sleeping. Thank you. I'll come back. It just started sprinkling with rain and the coolest breeze is now blowing through the factory. It's so nice. I wouldn't eat it though, just because there's so many chemicals around here. Hi everyone! This is our new sailing dinghy and today we are going to install it.
They're also underneath. I was just wondering what was the best one.
Oh man. Whilst Riley's undoing the screws at the very bottom, just a quick update. So many things have been happening here in the factory. Oh, okay, hang on. It's coming. Not quite. Yeah, so many things have been happening here at the factory. Every day we come in, things are progressing so quickly. I think everyone's kind of cracked a whip since we've been here, but we really have enjoyed our time here so far. I actually get excited to come into the factory. Like, it's a cool place to hang out. Everyone's so nice. Recently, Kuka, the robot that they have here, has been working on our Daggerboard, so we've been watching that. It's like mesmerizing to watch this thing work. Might have a crush on Kuka. This is so high. I reckon they've sent us an extra pole. So I just sent an Instagram message to our OC tenders saying, hey guys, can you tell me if we set this up right because our mast is huge. It says, yep, mast looks good, but don't know about the blue medical outfit. Did he escape from the asylum or is he a bit cold? Remember the sail has a reefing point. Tell him to be a bit careful when he shimmies up the mast to get the halyard.
Very funny. It's going to be awesome fun. There's like things you can hook your feet into so you can lean back, Elena.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, the kids are going to love it.
So here we've got the rudder, the boom here, and this is indeed the mast, which is really, really high. We're going to pack it away, so we need to put all the pieces into storage because we actually have to use this boat to help size up the stern of the boat and where we're going to cut it so that it fits nicely.
There's a difficulty in trimarans as to where to store your tender. You don't want to lift it up and put it on the front like many people do on monohulls. So I've got a quick fix for overnight and for really gentle sails where we just pull it up onto the back transom. But that's going to involve cutting out. What's it going to involve?
Cutting out and grafting in the shape of the dinghy into the back of the boat so we can house the dinghy.
So I've just said, just can you do that for me, Mark?
Which
is cause another grey hair.
Just cutting the boat apart.
Riley, can you also tell me about the hatches now and the trouble we're going to have now?
What happens then, if you've got the tender there, it means that you can't open the back hatches, which will cause circulation issues for the people sleeping in the back, which isn't me, so I don't care so much. Yeah, and then there's some eyebrows and gas struts, so the hatches might open there, or we could get rid of the eyebrows and open it the whole way up, and then so there's a few different things that we need to think about in the design process here. The water line is about here. The boom will come out the back and I'll attach the tender to a block, pull it up on an electric winch so it'll go up, and then drag it in to this area up here, which I'll show you in a sec. So the OC tender is going to sit flush here, which means we've got to hack into the back here and cut all of this out, which Rapido were understandably fairly hesitant to do, but it's the best place for us to store our tender. The only thing is these two windows here means that we won't be able to open them up. There might end up being an eyebrow along here which comes out about yay far.
What do you think?
I'm just wondering if that looks horrible or not. Practical.
We'll need an OC tender for the next 20 years. We can't change the shape of the boat. It's the exact shape of our OC tender.
No, it is the exact shape, but what I'm thinking that we do is make it a bit more
general.
Yeah, so that kind of any tender could sit on there, and then we would just get a chock, and the chock would be specific to our boat that we could remove, because they've made this is awfully specific.
Mummy.
So we just got home and the kids have had a really good day with Melly. Haven't you guys?
And now I'm tired because it's dark.
Yeah.
And I want you to read me a story.
Yeah, we're going to read a story soon. But the kids have been having a ball with Melly. You guys would have seen Melly in the last couple of videos. We brought her with us from Indonesia because Lenny's just in love with her. Is Melly the best?
Yeah, but I'm tired.
Okay. Damn. We got our own wheels. We need to get on that road. I don't know if that's possible.
Follow this lady.
This is our daily commute we'll be doing with the scooter to and from the factory. Personally, I can't say I'm too thrilled about it. It's been a long time since we've driven on roads where you make up your own rules. In saying that, I'm looking forward to learning this traffic dance that's played back in Bali and certainly here.
Bucket for a toilet?
Yes.
We're in the storeroom and this is obviously where everything of ours has been stored, all of the mail that's arrived. And I'm just in here checking. Caroline is helping with the interior design, has asked us to check what has arrived so that when it comes time to do the finishing touches, it's going to be like bam, bam, bam. And I don't want for there to be a wallpaper or something missing because we might have to leave port without it completely finished. And Riley says it's okay if it's not completely done when we go, but I'm going to try my hardest to not have that happen. So yeah, we have some stuff in here, some stuff outside.
to be clear, I don't want to leave without having everything finished. A long time ago, when we were first looking at this project and we simply couldn't afford it, I was saying, well, why don't we just build it, just have a carbon boat with an alcohol stove in the corner and a swag, and roll that out. We'll just sail off in the sickest boat ever for 2/3 the price. So I think you're still thinking with 2 kids.
Yeah, and crew. We'd all be sleeping on the floor together in swag.
I reckon that'd be great fun. So this is our anchor. So on these carbon boats, you've got to have really light things. So we've gone with this is a 2 kilogram anchor, and it's made out of cardboard. Someone said in a forum that cardboard anchors, they tend to get a bit soggy. They're certainly not going to get rusty. They don't react with galv chain or stainless chain. So it's an interesting option. We're going to see how we go. High tensile cardboard. It's like it's been compressed and compacted. It's really sturdy. It's good.
So some things haven't arrived yet, and they've had to use temporary DIY things.
So there's going to be a great big mast here. It's a busy area. You guys, presumably you couldn't hear a thing. Standing at the helm, you can see there's the cutout, so there's going to be some B&G gear, some ocean vault, and then a throttle. So Mark is organising the position of all of the things on the deck, so the deck layout, which is really important to me because it's where I'm going to be when I'm doing stuff for the boat. So it's safety, it's comfort, it's, you know, ergonomics, it's just how pleasurable the boat ultimately is going to be to sail, and then how practical it is. So that's very, very important to me. So Eric Berzins from M&M, he's a weapon. He's so good at organising the deck layout, so I'm really confident. It's similar to Romanza, which is number 1 that we went on in New Zealand. So yeah, we're cutting out holes for the winches, and then there's going to be the massive mast that comes down, and everything comes out from the mast and then comes back to, mostly to the helm, but some of it goes forwards to the self-taking jib. So that's a really busy area. And yeah, it's a carbon rotating mast, so that's another layer of complexity. If the apparent wind is coming from 30 degrees, the mast will be tilted quite significantly, maybe even at 30 degrees, I'm not quite sure. But then that puts off your sensors at the top. So there's a layer of complexity that comes with a rotating mast, but it's sick. It's really
Most
sick.
importantly.
Yeah. So every time we come in, there's an extra 2 people on the boat. So I think there's an extra 7 or 8 people on the boat today from when we first got here. So that's good. Things are starting to move along very, very quickly. I'm super keen to go down and check again this afternoon what they're doing with the steering system, because I've said before and I'll say it again, that's important.
And with that, our work here for now was done. It was time for us to leave and let the workers do what they do best, and to move our family back to Bali, which is currently our home. Soon enough, there'll be a lot more work here to do, like the electrical installation, maybe some paint work, and potentially even a mast to stick on as well. Can you guys let me know what parts of the boat build you're most interested in us filming? Because I am interested in what you are interested in.
Oh, I missed you. Lenny, did you have a good day?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I'm going to number 5.
You what?
Go to number 5.
You went to floor number 5?
But not the other 5. There's 2 5 beds.
Hey Lenny, do you know Dada just got home? Do you want to go say hi?